Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing people that love yourselves so much that I love. It's a glorious, beautiful, sunny day in Southern California. Yeah, it's going to be real sunny this afternoon. Part of me has to laugh about all this. I grew up in Kansas, as most of you know, and it's just kind of funny to me listening to the news the other night. Oh my God! And we have this heat dome and blah blah blah, and it's going to be over 90 degrees. Well, I don't remember one day growing up in the summer in Kansas where it wasn't 95 degrees and humid. So, I mean, I understand that there are absolutely parts of the world that are suffering badly with this heat and don't have a lot of recourse. So I'm not making fun of it. And I think we just get all caught up in the drama of this life. It's kind of crazy to hear the weather reports out here when it rains. You'd think we were literally having a hurricane in LA. So anyway, I'm just saying, keep everything, in perspective. All right, our next webinar, I'm excited. Tuesday night, Alzheimer's and dementia. It's definitely not something that we are not aware of and not going to become more aware of in the following years. And there's some pretty staggeringly new and kind of exciting understanding from the channel of what's going on with these diseases. So I hope you will join me Tuesday night. It's posted, obviously, on imdwallace.com. Okay. So I want to, everybody stop what you're doing because I have huge information that has come in. Tanya and I were working and testing on some information that came in about goal healing and vibrations and frequencies that healed. Those of you that have been at Creation Station before know about the machine I work with, which works with your frequencies to bring you back into balance. So this is the information that came through. We don't have all the information, but I'm giving you what we have so you can start working on it because, this information, when we implement it, will be life-changing to our health and wellness. As we were testing and asking questions, the information came through that our body did not know, was not aware that it was part of our consciousness. So our body was not accepting, listening, and acting on the directions we were giving it. Yeah, just absorb that for a minute because this is really huge information. Okay, if from our understanding so far, our bodies have felt separate from the self with a capital S, which means if it is not aware that it is part of our consciousness, which is our I am presence, which is the creative force of us that creates, directs, holds focus, etc., then it cannot respond to the directions. So I've been testing it this morning. It took me, hold on, to sheet 4, number 5. So I'm asking you all to join me. We are balancing all the energies, all our energy, by stating, I am directing the I am to balance all energy within itself as I claim I am. Okay, so just to remind you quickly, all of this work was originally based on the I am principle. Your I am principle is your creative force. Whatever you say after I am in any form of that presentation is a direction to your energy. So right now we are directing that our bodies know and are aware and accept the direction that we give them as a part of our I am presence. Invoking the symbol formula, violet flame, golden light, we are divine love, so it is. Okay, for those of you willing to participate in that direction every morning for 4 weeks, I would love you to come on board and let's see what happens. Of course, if we're in our knowing, we know that we're getting the correct information. We know that this is another breakthrough in our work, and we know that energy must follow direction. And now we have the information that we must direct our bodies to know that they are part of our consciousness and our I am presence, and that they absolutely must follow the direction of health and wellness that we give them. And so it is. All right, we're going to the callers. Please have your question ready. And I know, Oliver, I'm going to go to you because you had your question last week. Hi, thanks for coming back.
Hello, Dee. How you doing? I'm a first-time caller.
Well, welcome. We like first-timers here, Oliver.
Yeah, and I'm not calling from France. I'm in Los Angeles, okay?
Oh, beautiful.
But I'm French. So I have many questions, but because the show is not about me, it's about many people. So I'm going to try to narrow it down with 2, if it's possible. And the first question is, how can I thrive with the profession I've chosen?
Love it more.
I do.
See, well, you do, and there's a part of you, Oliver, that's going, oh, is this possible? Am I going to do it? Am I going to make it? Yeah, that's not serving you. That is you not being in your knowing. And the more you can choose to hold yourself in your knowing, that you're supposed to be doing this, that you love it, that it excites you, that's when the universe can come forward and respond and create more with you.
Yeah,
so that's
I have some. Yeah, it makes sense. Completely sense. I have something I call financial PTSD. You know, I have a bill. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay it. Then I pay it late or on time. Then come the next one, and so on. It's like a cycle going on every month, and I'm exhausted with this. And
okay, so what do you want, Michael? What do you want?
Oliver.
I'm not sorry, Oliver. Sorry. What do you want?
I want to thrive with what I'm doing because I really love it. I'm helping people.
Okay.
It's like every time.
Oliver, when I say you love money, it goes right to no. You don't love it because you're stressing over it because you don't have more than enough. Okay? And that cycle is never going to create more money for you. Remember, whatever you want, love it more.
Okay.
So
I can do that.
What is the biggest message about having more than enough money that your dad taught you growing up when you were little?
Well, I don't know if I can say this on air, but he was saying, I'm not making money lying down on my back.
Okay, so making money has a negative connotation to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to turn that around because your little boy, Oliver, is going, oh, money's dirty. People who make a lot of money don't have a high consciousness. That's not what you want, and that's not who you are. That was your family's deal.
Yeah.
So that you could get clear that you choose and create more than enough money through divine love with high consciousness, doing what you love.
Yeah. And you know, it's a few months ago, I realized what my core belief is, and it's not being rejected or being abandoned. It's being unwanted because of my childhood situation, what happened when I was a kid. And I'm telling myself, you know, why would I be unwanted when I'm such an amazing person? I help people. I love people. I love to make them happy, and I've been doing this for a long time. And,
and it's not you. It's not your adult self. It's your little boy. And guys, I will tell you again, you've got to get your little child on board because you can call it the subconscious, the little child, the part of you that is not conscious that you are disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Okay? So, again, the channel says we pick our families to learn usually what we don't want. You don't want to feel unwanted because then you attract people that don't want you, and that affects your money, and then you don't have enough money, and it's just a vicious cycle, Oliver.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so you're clear. Got to love you. Got to know you're wanted. Got to feel love around feeling wanted. Got to love money. Know that your consciousness will use and direct money in the highest way. That's your intention. Okay?
Yeah. So let's finish with the second question, like fast. So it's a health issue. I know you're not a doctor, but I work with energy as well, so I know what you're talking about when you help people.
Okay, what's your question?
It's related to money, I guess, because it's about my teeth. I went to see a dentist at the beginning of this year, and he said he took X-rays and he can't see anything, so he said you should see a sinus doctor. But I still was in pain for 6 months, so I went to see a second dentist, and he said you have to remove the 2 molars, the right upper molars, and I don't have the money, I don't have the insurance. and I don't want to do it. So I went to see my eye. It's an eye doctor. He looks at iris. He's
yeah, I understand.
and he looks at all the organs. Yeah, and he's doing a protocol. So I trust this one because I think there's a way to resolve this.
Is there a way to resolve this? Yes. Is there a way to resolve this without pulling the teeth? I get a yes. Now, with the information that came in at the beginning of the show, you want to make sure you are directing your body to be the state of health and wellness, everybody. And direct your body to take your direction from your I am presence, that it is of the whole of you. And you are clearly directing it to be the frequency of health and wellness, and that it must follow that direction. So you don't want to sit back and just wait for the doctor. You want to do your own work in creating the state of health and wellness. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, I do, of course.
Okay. All right. I got to move on, baby. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Great question.
Thank you.
Great start to the show. Thank you. All right, Miss Nancy, I told you I'd get to you today. What's up?
Yes. Hi, Dee.
Hi, babe.
My issue is health also. Here I am, 76, and I just got my family doctor read the blood test and said I have stage 3 of 5 chronic kidney disease. And so I know to move more. I know I'm supposed to move more, but part
Nancy,
of me...
the first thing that came in was you are pissed off.
Oh, really? News to me.
So I would... I know you are. I would still, and this goes for all of us, doesn't serve health and wellness in any way, look to see what you're angry about, Nancy. And any time, guys, you are in judgment of anybody or anything, it ignites anger.
Yes. In fact, this morning I listened to a speaker, and he was talking about post-traumatic stress, trauma, and syndrome and disorder. And see, those words are all vibrating a negative, unhappy feeling in the body. And like Tony Robbins says, when we focus on what we don't want, that's what we get. When we focus on what we
what do you
want,
mean now,
that's
Tony Robbins? I've been saying that for 20 years on this show.
Well, we all know
Only
it. We all know it.
Focus. No, we don't know it, Nancy. We've heard it. We've studied it. We've read it.
Right.
We go to seminars about it, but we don't live it. And you've got to, every moment you go into anger or judgment, guys, you've got to stop yourself. Whoa, this is not going to give me what I want. What do I want? Peace, joy, health, wellness, abundance. And the more joyful and excited I am in my life, and the more I live in divine love, the more I create all those things. It's so simple, and you have to live it, guys. All of us. I'm talking to me too.
And I was thinking of, World War II people and any kind of war throughout all of history. Even though we say the word anger, it's really the opposite, extremely not happy, extremely not kind, extremely not tranquil, peaceful, serenity.
And a lot of fear.
Oh, well, that's extremely no safety. That's just, we're not using words appropriately.
It's more than the words, guys.
It's the feelings in the words. It's the feelings.
Yes. And again, it's very easy. Just go to your love place. I don't want you guys to make this hard. Creation is not hard. It's easy if you live it.
But first we have to accept and allow the quote anger and hatred, and then that will.
No, you don't.
And then let that burst into joy.
No, you don't. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to give up. You don't have to get sick. You don't have to not have money. You simply have to choose to live in love and excitement and joy. That's it, guys.
Then the kidney will re-heal itself?
Is that the highest question? If you believe it's possible, Nancy, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You bet, baby cakes.
Okay, baby cakes.
This has opened up a whole new, and I know those of you that were at Creation Station a few years ago, we held a strong intention to bring in the highest information around health and wellness, and that's definitely continuing. It's in the forefront of my direction every day. Debbie in Pennsylvania, you're on.
Hi, Dee. How are you?
Hi, babe. Pretty awesome.
Always. Yay. Okay, I had a question regarding family. I had a disagreement with my older sister back in September last year, politically oriented, and I feel at this point that yesterday I had a situation where I was out and my older sister, I have 4 sisters. My older sister had come up from Maryland, and I had already had plans with my son, and we were out somewhere, and my sisters walked in. And this is the second time that they have done something together and have not included me. So
and that's hurtful, right?
Very much so.
Okay. When I test that you want to be included with all of them, I get a no.
Well, yeah, because...
Well, hold on.
Okay.
2 of them I get a yes. 1 I get a no. So, if their intention is to be a unified whole and a unified group, and you don't want that, they're not going to be able to involve you, Debbie.
Okay. I mean, I have always wanted it, but the argument that we had in September was also incredibly hurtful. I mean, my sister said to me, because I expressed my opinion, she said that I was ignorant and I didn't live in the real world. And ever since then, I've just been like,
Well, and understandably so. And that's why the first commandment is, forgive. Don't hold judgment, because that, and guys, the political situation, they want me to go to a core belief. Hang on. This page.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is coming up right and left. I think I even wrote an e-blast on it. When I value myself, I have to abandon myself, or everyone else has to abandon me. And that's what you are, literally, that's what you just described. I stood up for myself. I valued what I believed. I spoke my truth, and everybody abandoned me.
Yes, and that is what my life has been recently. Probably.
Okay, well then, what within you do you need to shift?
Abandoning myself?
Yes. And what I'm hearing is that you want to be accepted by your other sisters. You want to be a part of them. That's literally why you called, Debbie.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Okay. You can't want to be a part of the whole and not want to be a part of all the whole.
Okay.
So it's you fighting you. Look.
That is very true, but I also currently in my life with my husband have been going through literally hell and looking for support.
And that's where we're going. That's where your limiting belief is around, is the world supporting you. You don't believe the world supports you, Debbie, and all these things are coming up to smack you in the face so you can turn that around. Hold on, another core belief. This page. Yeah. Yeah, some energy has to die before I'm the creation of new energy. Doesn't work that way, guys. Nothing has to die. Nothing has to change. Nobody has to change their opinion. They create them. You create you.
Yes. Okay. So what can I do?
Bless your sister. Say, look, you've got a right to believe and create the way you want, and so do I. So we're going to respect each other and not freaking bring it up because we know we can't even talk about it.
Well, yeah, it was that was just stupid when we talked about it, and it was only because there was alcohol involved, which is just
all right. So call her and go, I don't think either one of us want to be here. I know I don't want to be here. I love you guys. I want our family to come back together.
Yeah.
Without any judgment. I just want to get back to the love.
Okay.
And I'm getting that your sister you had an altercation with can absolutely hear that, and so can the rest of them. That's ultimately what everybody wants, Debbie.
Okay.
But you can't get that thing that you want while you're still holding animosity. You see, it's an oxymoron. You can't be peaceful when you're holding animosity.
No, I hear everything that you're saying. I just my anxiety has been through the roof. I wake up and I have just a pit of anxiety in my stomach.
Yeah, because you're not living your truth, honey. You're not living what you want. You're holding on to a negative that's not serving you or them. And somebody's got to make the first move.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You
all right. I
this.
have one more question. My brother-in-law is ill right now, and I wanted to know if there was anything more that I could be doing.
Why does he want to be ill?
I think he's sad.
Yeah, but it's serving a purpose for him. Well, I don't want to do this, and I can't just not do it, so I'll get sick, so I can't do it. What is it?
Life, maybe. I think he lost his parents and his brother. Really sad.
That would do it.
And he doesn't. He said before he got cancer, he would never cry, and that's all he's been doing is crying.
Well,
but
if you read testimonials from people, a lot of people who have had cancer. A lot of them will list the positives that they came to understand about themselves because of the illness that turned their life around.
Well, I mean that's what I'm hoping for him, but he's back in the hospital again and with new challenges, and yeah.
Okay, the next time you see him, just say, you got to decide, do you want to live? Do you want to be happy or not?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know his mom actually had cancer. She had breast cancer, and she did chemotherapy, which extended her life for 20 years, and that's the first thing he said when he found out. He's like, well, it extended my mom's life for 20 years, so I'm going to do this.
Okay, and whatever you can do, Debbie, to bring his focus back to thriving instead of just staying alive.
Okay.
Oh, just staying alive doesn't make us happy.
Right.
Thriving does.
Okay.
Okay. All right, honey. Thank you. You bet. I love you too. Alberta, what's going on?
Dee, how are you?
Pretty awesome, baby cakes.
Oh, good. I sent you an email. I don't know if you get them, but I'll try another one with Lauren. But anyway, that's not what I called.
About what? About what? Because I do read.
Oh, that was about the webinar and about my wrist, which the back of my right hand had been swollen for about 4 weeks.
No, I did not get that, Alberta.
Okay, because it doesn't. Then there's something wrong with my emails because I tried another one, so it must be. Yeah, I'll check to see what's happening there. And on it, I had mentioned about the webinar where I was going to contact Lauren. So
okay, all right, I will look for it and send it again to info@imdwallace.com.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay.
I'll try it again. And on the right hand, it was a couple of weeks ago, where the back of the right hand had been swollen for about 3 days. The doctors didn't know what it was, and I finally did get the swelling down. Went for a bone density test. Hadn't had one in 100 years, and they're saying there's this, possibility of osteoporosis, which surprises me because I am very fussy with bone health in my diet. And the doctor mentioned the question is the doctor mentioned that it's probably a good idea to take the osteoporosis medication, but I don't particularly want to because, as he said, it can affect the esophagus, and you don't really need it right now, but it can affect the esophagus and the stomach. My question is, what is a better bone health that I can take that I'm...
Well, I can tell you, I'm not a doctor. I can tell you what my doctor has had me on for years, and it's called Bone Up. BONE-UP, I believe.
Okay.
And my bone density tests are amazing. I know, too, that magnesium is good for your bone. But again, this is... Hold on, I'm looking something up here. Who did that come in from? Jane. I wanted to give you guys this information, too. Again, you must research it. Hold on a minute. Well, maybe I'll have to look it up and
I do the magnesium.
Bring it to you next week. It's a website that a friend of mine told me about, where you can get most medications for a really reduced. I believe they come from China, but I can't I can't find it right now. I'll have to get it for you and bring it back. Again, I have not researched this place, so.
And I do eat a lot of sardines and that, but I find with the sardines, they look like they're on steroids lately.
I can't comment about it. I hate them, so I never eat them.
I do too, but I always want to taste.
Alberta, when I say you are directing your bones to be strong, goes right to no.
Really?
Yep. How do you think that you are directing your bones to be strong?
Because I'll say where I'm directing and allowing my bones to be strong, and my body is, by.
Okay. So what did we teach at the very beginning of the show? That our body didn't know that it was part of our consciousness, and therefore didn't know it should take the direction. So will you do that with me for the next 4 weeks?
Absolutely. So take what you told us. Say that when I listen to the comments.
Yes,
at the beginning.
I'm directing you, body, to receive and act on, however you want to say it, my direction that you are perfect health and wellness. I am directing you, I'm allowing you, and you must accept this direction and act on it. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I will do that definitely for 4 weeks. I won't do it.
Yeah, I would love you guys to play with me for this and see if we have some physical breakthroughs here. Okay? Because according to the channel, we will. We are. Okay. Thanks,
that would be amazing. And
thank you, baby. Kathy in Illinois, you're on.
Hi there.
Hi, babe.
Well, I think it's going to be Health and Wellness Day because I have a health question.
Shocker!
For a friend. She had an issue. Her name is Christine. She had an issue where she does not remember 12 hours of a day last week. And she actually hurt her shoulder bumping into the wall because she was dizzy. So I'm trying to...
Well, I'm, again, not a doctor. The first thing that came in was mini stroke.
Okay.
Like TIA kind of mini stroke. I know my past mother-in-law would suffer that, and she would lose time. So that's not medically the highest answer, but it's going in that direction. Do I even know the term? No, I don't even have the term in my awareness to pull it from.
Okay. But
I would suggest to her that she see a neurologist.
She's in the hospital right now because when she bumped into the wall, she broke her shoulder. So they've done a ton of stuff.
Well, have they done MRIs on her brain?
I believe they have.
Okay, well, they should get some answers then. Okay? Now, energetically...
Okay.
Okay, energetically, they're saying that this is an extension of the information that's coming in on the webinar. And I don't have it all yet, but it's about us. You know, like sometimes when you're typing on a keypad and you know what you want to say and your mind gets ahead of your fingers, and so you'll leave out a letter or two letters because your brain's already going to finishing the sentence.
Okay.
That's an example of what's going on with Alzheimer's and dementia. One component of it, and that's kind of what happened with her. The easiest way to say it, they're saying, is she was not living in the moment.
Okay.
She was, well, you know, like when you go into a dream and then you wake up, a lot of times it takes you moments to go, wait, where am I? I was just in the mall. Where am I? Right? That's kind of what her brain did.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hope that helps.
I hope so too.
Again, Kathy, what do you want to focus on, and what does she want to focus on?
Well, she says it's just going to be learning a new set of things. She's dealt with an autoimmune for a long time, so she's going to learn the new things her body's going to be telling her.
Okay. She needs to direct her body to be the frequency of health and wellness.
Okay.
Her body and her brain. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Love you, honey. Thank you.
You bet.
You see, that's what we go to, guys. We go to fixing. How can I fix this? How can I cope with it? I don't think that's what we want. We want a full state of health and wellness, and to live in it, to know it's possible to live there until we decide to leave. You don't have to be sick to make your transition. You just have to go, okay, I'm moving now. Time for a new house. But you don't have to suffer to have the right to do that. Brenda in Connecticut, you're on.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh, this is an awesome theme today. So could you please refine for me the health and wellness? I'm going to be doing that for the 4 weeks. Can you refine for me, so with my health issues, 2 of them are pretty obvious. Like one of them is major hair loss. So every time I look in the mirror, you know, I'm seeing the hair loss, even though in my mind I'm working on like even abundance for hair. And then the second is food. When I eat food, my body swells out from it. So is there a way to refine it so that when I am looking in the mirror and when I'm eating food, I can not have my stomach turn?
Okay, so everything you just said was pretty negative. Do you realize that?
Well, I do, but I was trying to explain what was going on.
Yeah, I know. And I lovingly submit to all of you that those are the thought processes that go on within you, and so your focus is on hating your hair. You can't grow new hair if you hate your hair. Whatever you want, love it more. Now, before I forget it, it's so funny, not really in our world. I can't find it right now because I'm hooked up to the earphones. I tore a page out of something I was reading about hair loss. Or maybe I copied it from something. So anyway, when I saw it, I went, oh, I need that. I need that for somebody. So email me specifically where and remind me of what I'm sending you, this thing about hair loss and what to do about hair loss. Okay. Have we gotten to energetically why you're losing your hair?
I could say it's hereditary, but I know heredity doesn't mean we have to
Thank you.
take that on. So I would say just because I've observed my mother with her hair loss, and maybe that was
okay. You know better, Brenda. If your mother goes out and murders somebody, does that mean you need to do it too?
No,
Come on, guys. You know these principles. If you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. You want healthy, nourished hair that's abundant on your head. Now go to your love place. You have one, right, Brenda?
Yes.
All right, go to your love place.
I'm there.
That's what it feels like to have a healthy, abundant, full head of hair. That's your job. To feel love around what you want. Then let go and let the universe and your body, the universe of your body, create that with you. And we now know that our bodies didn't know they were part of our consciousness, of our I am presence, so they haven't been taking the direction that we've been sending out. Now, it is possible, if you direct your body, that it can begin to create those things for you. But you've got to live consciously in the direction of it. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay.
And I would apply the same then for food, because when I eat food, it's the same thing. You know, I've been programmed or conditioned for years that that's what's been happening.
Yeah.
That I swell food, yeah.
Guys, we are literally in the process of reteaching ourselves. Not what they want, not what they believed. Because we know, as I believe, that's the life I get. So if there are belief systems that you've been taught that you don't want, you better turn them around. And with love, feel into what you want. And then allow the universe to create it with you. It will in ways better than you can ever imagine. Okay?
Sounds fabulous. On the bone up, I looked it up. Is that the Jarrow formula, the Jarrow that you're taking?
Shit, I don't know. It's
okay.
it's on my tray. You can email me about it, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Thank
you. I love you. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, baby.
Okay.
I know. I wish I could get my doctor to come on with me. I've tried 2 or 3 times. He's so knowledgeable about all of the homeopathic and natural ways of creating health and wellness. All right, guys, I'm over now. Let's say it together loud and proud. Lisa, call in next week. I'll get to you. And here we go. I love me. Come on. Body, follow me. Follow this direction. I love me. I love me, and I love me even more.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.